Well, if there was ever a remake that did not need to happen, it's that Kim Possible movie from a couple years ago, but a close second would be Mean Girls. Now, before anything else, I gotta come out and say that it's gonna be largely impossible for me to be even remotely objective here because Mean Girls came out in 2004 when I was a junior in high school, okay? So, like, at the time, it was the most made-for-me movie that there's ever been. I made a video about Mean Girls a couple years ago and the sequel, which, like, I mean... Like, can you believe this was a real movie? But anyway, putting aside my bias as much as I can, I do honestly think that Mean Girls holds up incredibly well. I mean, I think it's still hilarious. I think the point it's making is timeless. It's aged very well compared to other movies from the same era. Like, this is one of the few movies where it quite literally did not need a remake. But this is the world we live in now, so I guess we just gotta shut up and take it, which oddly enough is apparently the message of the new movie. Whatever, we'll talk about it later. So yeah, I watched the new Mean Girls remake and, like, you know, I mean, it's fine. It's not bad, but just like, why? So now, obviously, this movie being a remake, the story and everything is it's like 90% the same as the original. Katie is a high school girl who's been living in Africa with her mom, who's some kind of researcher of some kind. And for a variety of reasons, she and her mom moved back to the US so Katie can go to American high school.
I've been thinking about what you said about being frustrated by my decision and feeling a little stuck here, just me and you. I'm sorry I yelled. But you have a point. I called the people from Northwestern back. I took the job.
I don't want to live with what ifs, might has, could have.
I mean, living in Africa is probably way cooler than moving back to the US. I mean, pretty much every weekend is just you sitting around with your friends going, oh wow, did you know that they put in another strip mall? Now, right here at the beginning, something about this movie I actually really like a lot is how they really lean into the stage set changing aesthetics, where like the garage door opens to Africa and then it warps to the high school. Like, this kind of stuff is really cool, I think. Anyway, so Katie now has to start her first day at American high school, which means a lot of things in 2024 that we are not going to talk about.
Ms. Norbury, I'll be your homeroom teacher. This is your roster. I see you also have you for AP Calculus. You must have had excellent teachers at your old school.
Oh, I was homeschooled.
Homeschooled? Oh, that's a fun way to take jobs from my union.
Everybody find a seat, please.
Oh goody, we got ourselves one of these couples. Remember kids like this who would like walk down the hallway and go to class like the way lesbian girls say goodbye after like 2 dates? My love, I must bid you farewell. Yes, my queen, my mistress of eternal starshine. I will never forget the collective 6 hours we've known each other.
This is first period American literature. My name is Mr. Rep, and I take no
showers. So being the new kid, Katie's having a hard time making friends and fitting in, but also she's been one of those homeschooled kids her whole life, you know? So she's like, NASA's hiding the truth about the Great Ice Wall, and everyone's like, yeah, okay, dude. So she ends up eating lunch by herself in the bathroom. And here's where we get to meet the two best characters from the original movie, and by far the best characters in this one, Janice and Damien. I sure hope you paid half price for those jeans.
Are you okay in there?
Yes?
Because you've been in there a very long time. We're concerned you're either doing drugs or having a toilet baby.
Hi, I'm Janice. This is Damien. He is almost too gay to function.
We've been watching you all day. You're a mess.
And so now they're kind of friends or whatever, and they explain to Katie how the social hierarchy of high school cliques work. You know, you got the jocks, the band kids, the burnouts, the theater kids. But like, they went ahead and remade this whole movie for modern audiences, right? So like, where's all the anime kids? Where's the Fortnite kids? I don't see a single dude rocking one of these monstrosities. You expect me to believe this is 2024? Yeah, okay, whatever you say. But of course, in the middle of all this, we also get to meet the plastics.
Oh, no. We call them the plastics because they're shiny, fake, and hard.
Yeah, that's Gretchen Wieners. She knows everything about everybody. And that's Karen Shetty. She's the dumbest person you'll ever meet.
And right then, at that exact moment, you'll never guess who walks in the room.
My name is Regina George, and I am a massive deal.
Okay, all right. Now, see, this is where I kind of start to be like, with this remake, okay? So, like, okay, when the original movie was made into a musical, the whole shtick was like, the movie you love, now on stage. And so it was kind of made with the idea of like, everyone watching it has already seen the movie, right? With this remake, though, at least how it was marketed in trailers, they're like, this isn't your mom's Mean Girls. Hey, you know that dumb old movie your mom's trying to get you to watch because she wants to bond with you or whatever? Gross, parents are dumb. Well, this is the newer, younger Gen Z version or something. This isn't your mom's Mean Girls, it's worse.
Chill, dope, extracurricular option, you know, serve your college resi and your thirst for Nolly.
Don't say Nolly.
Also, Miss Norbury says we get twice as much funding for the girl on the team, so Think about joining because we'd love to get jackets.
So it seems to me like this new movie is specifically made for younger people who probably have not seen the original because it's 20 years old now. What? But like, it also kind of feels like they're assuming you already know everything. Like in the original movie, Janice and Damien tell Katie that Regina is a horrible B-word. And then throughout the movie, we see how she backstabs people, manipulates them, she's all conniving and so forth. But in this remake, they're like, Regina's the queen bee, capital B, you know what I mean? And then immediately Regina George comes out and sings like, I'm popular and mean and really scary and stuff. Like she just comes out and says it all. And this is part of like a larger issue I have with this movie where like being a musical, there are so many songs, right? And to fit all the songs in the movie, they have to carve out huge chunks of the original story. So like instead of us following along with Katie as she learns about Regina George and who she really is, Regina just comes out on camera and immediately sings about how mean she is and everyone's afraid of her, just giving away the whole everything of the movie. And like back when this was a stage musical, this would have totally made sense. Because like when you're watching a real life stage production, most people are sitting very far away and can't really see the faces and the actors have to project their voice to the back row and all that, so it's kind of hard to convey like nuanced emotion or whatever. So to make up for this, they have to sing about what they're thinking or feeling in the moment. But in the medium of movies, like you can be as up close and intimate as you want. So it feels kind of silly to me to just like do it this way. Like why even make it a movie then? Now back to my original point. In the old movie, we got a really good sense of the true dynamic between the plastics and how they actually hate Regina but also want her approval and they want her to fall from grace but also they want to be her. You know, those like girl friendship things that make no sense. Like the three-way call scene.
Gretchen told me that you like Aaron Samuels. I mean, I don't care. Do whatever you want. But wait, aren't you so mad at Gretchen for telling me?
I'm not mad. I mean, I guess she just likes the attention.
See, Gretchen, I told you she's not mad at you.
I can't believe you think I like attention.
Okay, love ya. See you tomorrow.
Or of course, who could forget the legendary skirt scene?
Oh my God. I love your skirt. Where did you get it?
It was my mom's in the 80s.
Vintage. So adorable.
Thanks.
That is the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen.
In the new movie, we don't get any of this. Like, the plastics are friends, Regina's the queen bee that everyone loves and fears and hates, and we know this because they all sing about it so many times, but we hardly ever actually get to see it. Like, we're just told this is how it is. And like, Regina's meanness is also like kind of weirdly sanitized in this movie.
No, don't worry, Katie. We only write stuff about randos in here. Friends are like very deserving of respect. Gretchen, she gets it. Go find the shoes. The shoes we're giving to Katie. Oh my God, you are literally being so annoying.
Okay, sanitized maybe isn't the right word. It's more like in this movie, she's very directly just kind of mean, as opposed to this Machiavellian type evil, which is the basis for the entire point of the original movie. Also, slight tangent here, but as a recovering theater kid myself, I gotta say, these songs are kind of butt. I mean, the music's fine, but the lyrics are so dumb. There's throwaway songs in Crazy Ex-Girlfriend that are miles better than anything in this movie. Anyway, like I said earlier, the movie's largely the same as the original. Regina takes an interest in Katie because she's the cute new girl who might threaten the food chain, and certainly can't have any of that nonsense.
Why don't I know you? I'm new. I just moved here from Kenya. Shut up. Shut up. I didn't say anything. You're like really pretty. Thanks.
Do you agree? You think you're really pretty?
Oh, I don't know.
And so Janice and Damien come up with this plan for Katie to infiltrate the plastics and learn their secrets so they can destroy Regina George. Because Janice and Regina used to be best friends back in middle school, where all tragedies begin.
One night, they were all playing Spin the Bottle, and Regina was worried that Kyle liked Karen more. Regina put on a little show.
I knew she would let me. She's like obsessed with me.
Sissy Liz was short for obsessed lesbian.
So naturally, Janice wants to get back at Regina, and Katie's her chance to like finally do that, right? And while this is all going on, Katie also meets local hot guy, Aaron Samuels.
K equals -3.
Damn, girl.
Wow. Are you trying to make the rest of us feel dumb?
Aw, man, it's just a boring older brother from Summer I Turned Pretty. We don't know how good we had it back then, man, I tell you what. We used to be a proper society. But of course, Aaron is Regina's ex, so Katie isn't supposed to like him because girl code. But then Regina finds out that she likes him and she pretends to be all cool with it. But then she stabs Katie in the back at the Halloween party. Okay, sorry, another tangent here just for a second, okay? But this Halloween part here is a great example of how this remake just kind of ruins most of the humor from the original. Like, part of what made the original movie so good and timeless is that it had this observational satire about being a teenage girl from the point of view of Katie, who's never experienced it before.
In the regular world, Halloween is when children dress up in costumes and beg for candy. In girl world, Halloween is the one night a year when a girl can dress like a total slut and no other girls can say anything about it.
And then, of course, the punchline is Karen's Halloween costume.
What are you?
I'm a mouse. Duh.
You know, just like a literal negligee with mouse ears on top. But this new movie takes what was a quick, funny, poignant joke and just removes all the humor and satire from it. Instead, we get this song about how girls like to dress up, mostly just kind of ignoring the whole point of what the scene was originally trying to make about how girls get to dress sexy on Halloween and not feel judged, but actually they're judged if they don't dress like that. Society, man. Hence, everyone's reaction to Katie's outfit. And this part is in the movie, to be fair, but like they just kind of removed the whole shtick. It's kind of funny how the movie itself is a tongue-in-cheek satire about teenage life.
Mandated unit on abstinence, of course, then followed by in the spring condoms and choking.
And then all the songs are the exact opposite of that. Also, because they cut out so much of the movie to fit all the songs, Karen's character is reduced to like literally nothing. I mean, to be fair, she didn't really do much in the original movie, but like in this one, she barely exists. Anyway, so the movie goes along pretty much the same as the original. Katie's trying to peg Regina, or wait, nope. Katie's trying to knock Regina down a few pegs because she knowingly stole Aaron away from her, even though she's been playing the long game for weeks now.
You pretended to be dumb so you could keep talking to a guy?
Yeah, it worked.
Fracking works. Redlining works. Gasoline and rags.
And she does this by giving Regina these weight gainer bars and tells her they'll make her lose weight. And eventually Regina gains so much weight she can only wear sweatpants every day, which I also do because I'm just sitting here like this all the time. And because she's gained so much weight, Regina messes up the Christmas talent show dance thing in front of the whole school.
Karen, I can see your bra.
It's on purpose. I'm going for a look.
There's a girl who slept with 11 people because you're nailing it.
I think your top is fetch.
Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Oh, she said the thing, guys. You hear? She said the thing. But hey, don't worry. In case you missed it, let's put it in the movie again.
Hey, Bird, you ready to suit up and show off your match squills?
Kev, stop trying to make squills happen. It's not gonna happen.
Yep, so much funnier the second time. This movie makes these weird choices that totally ruin what it could have had going for it, like the iconic "it's never going to happen" line.
Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Like, sure, of course they're gonna put these lines in the movie, but they do it twice? Like, everything in this movie just has a thick coating of like, hey, we're doing the thing, we're saying the thing, everybody. Or later on, after everything goes down and there's that scene in the gym when all the girls are apologizing to each other, right? You know the one? Like, I know I'm skipping around a bit here, but just whatever. And we get that famous, iconic line from that scene.
I could make a cake made out of rainbows and smiles, and we could all eat it and be happy.
She don't even go here.
Like, what made the original line so iconic is how it was delivered just so, like, off the cuff.
I wish that I could bake a cake made out of rainbows and smiles and we'd all eat it, be happy.
She doesn't even go here.
But in the new movie, he says it in a way that very specifically is like, hey, we said the thing. You know, the thing from the movie, we said the thing.
And be happy.
She don't even go here.
And then they say it again anyway because jokes are so much funnier when you repeat them twice in a row.
She sounds good. But she does not go here, y'all.
This movie kind of feels like when you have a meme that gets like organically popular on the internet, and then corporations come in and just ruin the whole thing by totally missing the point. And you know, this is probably less a problem with the movie itself and more so an inherent flaw with remakes in general, especially remaking a comedy like Mean Girls. Because having all the same jokes and lines and scenes that everyone loved from the original movie, like it makes this movie basically just like different people telling you the same jokes in a less funny way. It's like if you had a comedian who was doing another comedian's stand-up routine from 20 years ago. Like, who asked for this? Also, I love how Regina gains so much weight she can only wear sweatpants and then immediately puts leather pants on. Anyway, so as with the original movie, you know, Katie gets back at Regina, Regina finds out, uses the burn book to get revenge on Katie, and then the message of the movie is about how every girl's talking smack behind every other girl's back, and why do we keep doing this?
This time, I want you to raise your hand if you have ever said something bad about a friend behind her back. Seems like maybe we could take a break from being victims in this situation and start taking responsibility for our own actions.
Which is a good message that somehow still needs to be said over and over again. But then the very, very end of the movie, they say this.
So the moral of our story is thus: calling someone stupid won't make you any smarter.
And even the people you really don't like are still people who just want to coexist.
So get off their dicks!
So like, I'm sorry, the message of the movie is don't be mean to each other just because you are insecure about yourself. But also, like, if someone's being mean to you, just suck it up or whatever. They're probably just having a hard time and working through some things. Okay, but like, why they gotta make it my problem? This is like when your parents are like, the best way to deal with a bully is just ignore them and they'll stop eventually. No, Mom, the best way to deal with a bully is well-placed fingerprints and hair follicles, you know what I'm saying? This movie also hits on a point that's something I've seen in many movies recently, where they say things like this.
Look, I know I have to change.
Oh, sorry, in case you forgot how the movie goes, all the girls get in a huge fight and have to apologize, and then Regina gets really mad at Katie and then gets hit by a bus, hence all of this.
And then it was harsh. And people say that I'm a bitch. But you know what they would call me if I was a boy? Strong. Reginald.
And like, this is said a few times throughout the movie. In fact, there's even like an entire song about this. But like, guys get called out for being jerks and a-holes like all the time. One of the most popular guys in my high school was this loudmouth, obnoxious jerk guy who everyone hated and talked behind his back constantly. But he was on the basketball team. Like, I'm not saying that guys have it as bad as girls or whatever, because that's demonstrably false. But like, I just never understood this like alternate reality fantasy where it's like, guys can do and say whatever they want and never get crap for it. Like, what are you talking about? Being a guy is not at all like what some of you seem to think it is. It's like when girls say stuff like, attention from guys means nothing. They'd sleep with a loaf of bread if they could. Which, first of all, don't knock it till you try it, okay? You just sound jealous. And second, let's not pretend like your new electric toothbrush hasn't completely changed your nighttime routine, okay? Also, why are you acting like all the hottest girls you know haven't dated at least 2 cave trolls, okay? Like, I've been to Disneyland. I've seen you all with your Quasimodo Grimm's fairy tale looking dudes. Okay, I know you couldn't answer all 3 of his riddles, and now you're stuck with this guy whose entire wardrobe is black hoodies and basketball shorts. Don't act like you're better than me. Whatever our souls are made of, yours and mine are the same. Anyway, so in conclusion, the movie is fine. All the actors give 110%, and they're all really good in their own way. Though, my completely biased opinion is that it kind of just feels like we have Mean Girls at home, you know what I mean? There have been a lot of very unnecessary remakes in recent years, but this is probably the most unnecessary one I've seen so far. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please watch another one, because that's how the algorithm works. So click on this one that's being recommended to you right now, right here on the screen. It actually helps a lot if you do that, because like that's how YouTube knows that my videos are worth caring about. Also, if you have any movies or TV shows you'd like to recommend, send me an email at alexmeyerscontact@gmail.com, and I'll put them on my absurdly long list of movies that I need to get to at some point. Anyway, hope I made your day a little bit better, and I'll see you all next time.